It's a late, clear night during the winter of 2016. From the porch of my little cabin in the Mojave Desert, I observe strange lights in the air. They are floating there along the mountain rims, maybe 30 kilometers up north. And it's not the first time that there in the distance and above a simulation village that some named Little Baghdad, I see the military test their new strange flying machines. At night, I film the lights and record the unexplainable rumblings, the different forms of sound pollution in the otherwise quiet desert. And during the day, I drive around, exploring the space with my binoculars. I have read all of the few magazines in the cabin. They are issued by CLUI, the Center of Land Use Interpretation. The magazines feature several of the military outposts, ranging from nuclear test villages in Nevada to the USA 51 aerial photo calibration targets. And it is then when I feel no longer like a lost visitor in the desert. The desert, the military and I are connected by our research in resolutions. This Google Maps screenshot depicts a slab of concrete displaying an original USA 51 resolution target, a two-dimensional optical artifact that was used for the development and calibration of aerial photography, following a measurement sometimes referred to as ground-resolved distance. The resolution of an aerial photograph can be described as GRD is smaller than 5 meters, meaning that objects of a half a meter or larger can be detected or interpreted from the image in question. Smaller objects presumably will not be able to be resolved and are therefore non-interpretable. During a long Google Maps stumble session, I suddenly roll over the coordinates of one of the huge slabs of concrete, and surprisingly, it's located rather close to me. It's a 3 hours drive northwest of the cabin, east of the Mojave base Fort Irwin. It's a pilgrimage that needs to be prepared. It's not clear if the dirt roads are leading to the lonesome, decommissioned slab of concrete, and if they are even maintained. But the slab of obsolete technology speaks to me. It's the first physical embodiment of my research. Since about 4 years, I've been researching what resolutions are. And at this point, I define resolutions as a means to make things function, but also as a means to make other things not function. A resolution is not just a solution, it's also always a compromise. However, the normal user is only trained to work with the things that function and not to consider what is being compromised. In my recent research into resolutions, I've subdivided my practice into 5 major strands of resolution studies: habit, material, genealogy, institution, and scale. The work DeCalibration Target explores what happens when something exists outside the standard system units. Only accessible from the bird's eye perspective, the DeCalibration Target mimics JPEG artifacts. While it may appear as a mistake on Google Maps or in a satellite photo, in fact, this freshly painted marker that sits on a rooftop near the remains of the Berlin Wall functions as a beacon. On activation, it offers a cache of research about the JPEG compression, the protocol, its histories, but also its artistic genealogies. The 16 by 16 meter squared target can only be read from above, reminding us that resolution determines what is seen, but also what remains unseen or illegible. It asks us what it means to make certain information only accessible at a certain scale. To distinguish something of significance from its background environment, we must first be able to perceive or recognize it. If it remains invisible or inaudible, it remains indescribable and therefore unknowable, at least to most of us.